Dress codes, can they be enforced in public school? Well, let's take a look at a real case. Arose in North Carolina. There was a school there in Leland, North Carolina. It was a charter school that said we want to basically enforce traditional values. And so they had a dress code, and in their dress code they required that girls wear skirts. The girls could also obviously wear stockings and leggings, but they needed to wear skirts unless they were in physical education, in which event they could wear sweatpants or they could wear shorts. The boys, well, the boys needed to wear pants or they could wear shorts. That was it. Pretty simple dress code. Well, it was going forward, and up popped some parents with daughters who said, you know what, this raises undue burdens on our daughters. And because it places undue burdens on our daughters, we're not happy and we want to sue. They contacted the American Civil Liberties Union. The American Civil Liberties Union agreed to act on their behalf, and suit was brought against the school. Well, the case went forward to U.S. District Court, and there the U.S. District Court judge heard the arguments, read the arguments, considered the arguments. The arguments made on behalf of the parents of the girls was that the undue burden that was placed on the girls was the fact that the skirts, well, frankly, distracted them by virtue of the fact that at recess, when they were sitting in the classroom, they were concerned about whether or not they had too much flesh showing, whether they were being immodest. And they had more concern with that than they did with the schoolwork, and it certainly restricted their movement on the school grounds when they were involved in recess. They also pointed out that, well, wait a second, you know, there is that exception. When the girls go to physical education, they can wear sweatpants, they can wear shorts, and it's not shown that they're treated any differently. Okay, on behalf of the school, the argument was, hang on a second, we want to enforce traditional values. That's done with traditional clothing. And in addition, we find that there is more respect for the educational process if, in fact, there is a uniform, and if it is a uniform that is basically traditional. Okay, so the judge heard these arguments, and at the end came away saying, I agree with the parents. I agree with the parents because I do find that the girls' movements are restricted, that they are distracted by their concern with how they are presenting themselves, and by virtue of the fact that there is no real proof that wearing a skirt in any way improves or meets the kind of goals being sought by the school, i.e. a better educational experience, an enforcement of traditional values. And because I don't find any basis between, and any relevance and any relationship between the burden and the articulated reason for having this, I find that the burden outweighs the benefit, since the benefit really isn't shown, and accordingly I find essentially that this dress code is unconstitutional and therefore unenforceable. Okay, and that was the end of the case. So what do we learn from this? What we learn from this is, while parents and school boards may want to see uniforms enforced, there are some real problems that occur with the intersection between those desires and the law. All right, we bring you this case, we bring cases every week so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.